We're into the game. We have audio of the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Technology.
It's happening. It wasn't ready, but now it is. So, yeah, we see indeed that lbdutchboy has a board here. And, well, let's see, because last game we saw the Freeze Mage versus the Druid as well, with Mage versus Nora. But this looks like it's a Yogg kind of Druid.
Yeah, indeed. And the Yogg Druid is a bit slower than the Beast Druid, so I think Freeze is in a reasonable spot here.
Of course, there's also Malagos in the deck, so they both are building up to this great combination of damage. And every damage that you can do here as a Druid, as lbdutchboy, is going to bring you closer to that final push with the Malagos and the Moonfires.
Definitely, but he needs to pick up those cards, of course, and in the meantime, it's not looking too great for lbdutchboy. He got in an early ramp from the Mire Keeper, but Moonfire and Swipe, those aren't the two cards you want. And Wild Growth, it's okay. It brings you closer to maybe an Arcane Giant or something else, but that's huge.
What would be really bad if lbdutchboy draws into the Emperor right now, because that would be useless. You would play it on turn 6, I believe, if you draw it, but
you would definitely play it. But picking up another Innervator or something is even worse. And well,
do you keep ramping, or are you gonna go for the token here for the slime? Because you're at 6/6, you don't have the cards.
I think you need to swipe this actually, because you don't want the mage to draw like 3 cards. But is he going to opt for the ramp? It's really dangerous to do this.
Yeah, there are not that many targets you can swipe, so yeah, definitely is going to go for that swipe, clear it out. That's the right call, I believe, and he picks up a Doomsayer because of it.
And look at those 2 Treants. Just starting from turn 1, they've been dealing a lot of damage actually.
Yeah, sometimes you see that Freeze Mage does that with the Novice Engineer and just keep pinging, and doing the same and keep getting that damage in, and then finally finishing it off without an Alexstrasza and stuff. But yeah, those saplings have done a lot.
So Mind Keeper to spawn an extra token, because when you're already at 8 mana next turn, you're not going to do a lot different at 9. You play Malagos, but
the other thing, if you're not doing that much damage against a Druid and he always has the mana to use his hero power, you also can armor up, and that's the thing that makes a warrior so strong against Freeze Mage. So yeah, he doesn't have the cards, but he has a way to get some armor.
Indeed, like if a lot of games can sometimes be decided by that Pharaoh Rage that actually grants you that extra bit of armor, because Druid keeps putting out threats and also keeps gaining a bit of life with Moonglade Portal and that armor. So as a mage, you need to spend your burn on those threats and on the face, of course, of your opponent. So
that Blizzard was a good pickup, but he decides to keep drawing. Do you think that he's going to go for the Doomsayer, or is he going to play Secret here?
I think with the pickup of Ice Barrier, he might just play the Ice Barrier. It gains you 8 life, and Dutchboy can deal 5/6 with the hero power. So Pharaoh Rage might be used aggressively more than... And lbdutchboy isn't picking up anything. Like, he's picking up spells like Mulch, Living Wounds, Pharaoh Rage, but none of these are like threats.
No.
So
definitely not. And yeah, he's building up that burns, because he has the 2 Frostbolts, 2 Ice Lances, and that's great. But well, eventually you need that Emperor Thaurissan and that Alexstrasza to set up for that combination of finishing burst. Ice Block keeps him alive if he instantly drops.
Second Moonfire as well. So this is 4, 6. It's not enough damage, so he decides to Moonfire these. Okay.
Is there a reason to use the Mulch somewhere in this game? You could use it on Alexstrasza, but you would never use it on a small minion, right?
Well, you could use it on Doomsayer or something, which is
That's pretty good.
yeah, that's usually what you want to save it for this matchup, or Antonidas, but then are just clearing with the blizzards, and lbdutchboy really needs to pick up something. That's an innervate. I guess he used up all his luck in WESG today.
So if you look at last week, lbdutchboy won with 3-0 against d3n0r, and d3n0r also won with 3-0. So these are the best players, you could say, of the first week, and they are battling it out right now. And one is gonna lose one game, so he's gonna lose his perfect streak.
No one wants to end the perfect streak. That would be amazing if someone could just go without losses, but
it's pretty hard to do in Hearthstone.
Yeah, that would be like another achievement.
So looking at both hands, it's gonna be passive for a little bit, I believe. There's not too much to do. Oh, and a very quick discovery.
Yeah. He wants to start cycling. Oh, another Azure Drake. Okay, that's another piece of card draw, and that's a Yogg, so not too bad as well.
And now we're gonna see if that nerve of Yogg, him dying, if he dies and then the spells stop, if you're gonna have a good Yogg or a bad one. So you can decide, do you want to cast the Yogg if it goes down on the board, or are you gonna give it to me?
You can do it.
Alright, so
I can hear that you're already pretty hyped for this card.
Oh yeah. I'm always hyped for Yogg and all the spells. It's I think it's one of the funnest card in the game, but it was too strong. But I like the randomness if it's calculated, and well, there was a little bit too much going on with that Yogg. So are we gonna see it?
We could actually maybe see a pop here. Wait, yes, 5.
Well, if you swipe, you clear the board.
Well, he could swipe face and then
Feral Rage the... Oh no, you can Living Roots, right? To kill that. Oh.
Well, you can also mulch it with the innervates, and it also charges up your Yogg. So
wow, he is gonna pop the ice block.
Indeed. So is he using Living Roots as well then?
No, he's not.
No, he's saving it. Because he's thinking like it doesn't matter then? I'm surprised he doesn't go for the Innervate Mulch there. Because you might want to save that for next turn. Like say your opponent plays an Ice Barrier or something. Like you can't hero power him down.
We don't see any secrets here in the hand of d3n0r. So he needs to Frost Nova and Ice Lance.
Oh, indeed.
To stay alive. Oh yeah, you can Frostbolt as well. But
at this point you can probably just start burning with Frostbolt, Ice Lance. Or save it. It doesn't really matter if you play. No, you save it because you can pick up a Talnos or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
is it time to Yogg? That is the question.
I think it's definitely time to Yogg here. I mean, look at this beautiful mage at 1 HP.
Oh yeah. Malygos. That's not gonna do it.
And he also has the Innervate in hand, so if he picks up another, like some type of burn, he might...
Here we go, Animal Companion, it's Huffer, but does he stay alive? No, it gets killed by the backstab. Then we have the Ancestral Healing, and it goes on to, well, the Yogg. Doesn't happen that much. Mortal Coil, not doing anything. Blade Flurry, Call of the Wild. Could that be it? Circle Healing, Solemn Vigil, he is drawing cards. There we go. Thought Steal as well. Shadow Form. There is so much waste to kill d3n0r at the moment. And he's gonna do it with the Huffer. So yeah, 1-0 by lbdutchboy.
Yeah. Huffer number 2 does it. Huffer number 1 was good enough, but okay. So yeah, Yogg, pretty good card still, even after the nerf.
Yeah, and still an exciting card. So as you noticed, I'm still excited about Yogg. So yeah, a win by lbdutchboy with the Druid, and yeah, Shaman left, Paladin left. So we now know that d3n0r is playing the Freeze Mage. I think he also has a Malygos Druid And Dragon Warrior?
Warrior could be anything these days, but he might, if you're going with a freeze mage, you might go towards the anti-warrior, the anti-shaman warrior as well, like using a bunch of removal. So I think he's going to bring control warrior. And lbdutchboy is also playing Brag in his shaman.
Yeah, it's a great finisher and could do a lot of work here against that freeze mage. He's gonna equip the Spirit Claw, and yeah, he will be hitting that face of Jaina.
I wonder if he actually kept it, because it would be a reasonable keep versus freeze mage.
What would be a good keep?
The Ragnaros, because it can single-handedly win you the game, and you don't have that many ways to kill the mage, the freeze mage as shaman.
Yeah.
So
yeah, let's see. Toteming up, hoping for that. Or you could also just clear one of those, get a 1-mana minion.
get
That's
a
a pretty
2
good
damage
one.
face, yeah, it deals damage. So
Yeah.
anything that deals damage versus freeze mage is great.
Another 1-mana drop that got nerfed, just like the abusive got nerfed. The leper gnome also did. So.
Poor guy, man. His career was ended.
Well, he's still here to kill the acolyte. There's the flame tongue, and the Alexstrasza for d3n0r.
This is looking good for Jenner, because he has all the ways to stall until Alexstrasza. He has the Ice Bearer, Blizzard, also a Doomsayer in hand. And okay, he's going for the Doomsayer here, just to stop the board development for a turn.
Yeah, and then you would be looking for a hex draw, but that's not going to happen here for lbdutchboy. And there's not that much on the board. He has his Flame Tongue Totem, but, well...
Probably the reason as well why he went for that Doomsayer already, because otherwise you give the Shaman too many turns to draw a Hex.
Yeah.
And then your Doomsayer just gets hexed, and well, good luck then.
Yep, then it's gonna be pretty hard. So let's see, another draw, Barnes. This is a little bit of a different kind of shaman that we saw last week, I believe.
It's still a mid-range Shaman, but it's built a bit differently. It runs the Barnes and the Ragnaros. Imagine getting Ragnaros from Barnes. It's like 1 mana, 8 damage. So.
Oh man, I love getting Emperor Thorsten from Barnes as well. There's so many good cards that he can put on the board, even though it's a 1/1. But if you have that effect going off at the end of the turn.
And meanwhile, that mana tide is just drawing. So
it could also, if you go more into a fatigue kind of situation, and lbdutchboy is drawing himself to death right now, but he needs to put on aggression, of course.
I don't think this matchup will ever go to, or like usually it won't go to fatigue, but it could happen.
Well, last season we saw Arne putting on a lot of mana tide totems on the board. And there was somebody keeping those mana tide totems, especially on the board, so hoping that he would draw himself
to fatigue him.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was something that was going on, I believe, last season, but it didn't work out in the end. So don't try it, d3n0r. Ice Barrier seems fine.
Yeah, it blocks another 8 damage, but...
You're looking for more value out of that Blizzard, right?
So we might actually see the fatigue happening if he plays that second mana type.
Yeah.
But I think you play the Barnes here.
Barnes and see what the theatrics are gonna happen.
Maybe you get the Thunderbluff Valiant, and then you just get the hero power.
Wow, yeah, that would be great. That's also a good card to pick up.
Yeah, actually, if you think about it, he's running double mana tide totem, so those are both as well, like really good to get from Barnes. So a lot of good cards actually from Barnes in this deck.
So if you already have the card in your hand Can you still get it from Barnes? So could he get a Yogg if he plays Barnes? No, right?
Unfortunately not. So LB Dutchboy thinks to himself, well, this board is big enough to get AoE'd, so...
Yep. And that's the Cavaldier, and he's not injured, so...
Not anymore. Maelstrom healed him up to full. Double draw.
Now the Blizzard is gonna clear out one of those Mana Tide totems, but it's gonna, well, leave up 4 minions.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to use an Ice Lance here.
Oh, I don't think either. So he has one Ice Block. He has an Acolyte to draw next turn. To Acolyte Ping, for example.
So all he needs to do is put up his Ice Block, play Alexstrasza, then use Fireball, Frostbolt, Frostbolt, Ice Lance.
Yeah.
And
probably gonna be the game plan. So is there a way to heal for LB Dutchboy?
he needs to pick up a so d3n0r needs to pick up a freeze here, and I don't think there's a way for LB Dutchboy to get some healing off, but it's gonna depend on d3n0r's next draw if he
if d3n0r picks up a Frost Nova and then can play the Ice Block and Alexstrasza after, that is gonna be a very good pickup. But wow, so much pressure on the board.
And the Nutrag is also deal instantly 8 damage phase. So
But no,
Doomster doesn't do a lot.
that's gonna save you for one turn.
But the thing is, you can't set up for the Alexstrasza turn, so it's really awkward here. So maybe you actually need to go for Acolyte, ping your Acolyte, and
See what you draw?
pick up a Frost Nova. I mean,
But then you don't have enough damage, of enough mana of Frost. Oh yeah, Frost Nova 3 mana.
yeah, it's like that's your maybe out. But if you Ice Block here, I'm not seeing how you win.
No, and you have that rack still, like putting that 8 damage to your face if you freeze him or not. Rack is just gonna throw fireballs at you. So, but I don't know if that is exactly what happens in World of Warcraft. if that's lore technically right, throwing fireballs at you, but it's a Fire Lord.
Yes, it is. He's like in some big magma covered room. I never played then. I was too young, too much of a kiddo then.
I'm old school, but also didn't play. So yeah, we see the pressure happening here for LB Dutchboy, and the question is he does he want to remove that Doomsayer?
Let's see. He can probably remove the Doomsayer, and then still make sure he's in lethal range with Rag. So
Using the Lightning Storm seems fine, because how many?
yeah. Wait, don't you want to? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This way he guarantees that his opponent is at 3 HP, so he can use the Lightning Bolt next turn to finish him off, even if his Rag or something gets cleared.
Yeah, well played here by LB Dutchboy. And is there a way to save himself? Yeah, he can't Alexstrasza himself, but
He's going for that Nova out then. I think he should have gone for it last turn.
I think you need Ice Block, but Ice Barrier is not gonna do it because there is that Lightning Bolt that can finish it off. So that's gonna be 2-0 here for LB Dutchboy, and he has enough damage on the board as well to do this damage. So
Yeah, well played by LB Dutchboy here. I think that Rag deck definitely helped out. And yeah, so d3n0r needs to pick up another win with one more win with his. I mean, a win actually versus the Paladin versus the 10,000 healing Paladin from LB Dutchboy. So
He's just gonna stay alive, and wow, we're gonna go very fast into the next match because the mulligan is already starting here, and it's gonna be the druid versus the paladin. It's Lady Leandrin, so it looks. Is Ivory Knight, is it being played in the Murloc deck?
Yeah, it
is, right?
Being played in every controlish paladin deck.
Oh yeah, this is control. Well,
because it heals you as well. But yeah, this is a Murloc paladin, I think.
I still haven't seen any Murlocs, but yeah.
Soon. Just wait.
But d3n0r doesn't. Well, he has an okay opening hand, but oh, does he play the token druid?
Yeah, it seems like it. He's playing the token version.
So if he can put very much pressure on it, on the paladin very soon, then maybe he can do it. But he is gonna have a very hard time here.
Yeah, if paladin gets too late, like paladin's heavily favored, but definitely if he's not playing the Malagos version, because then he can't combo down. So he needs to get some board going. I'm surprised, by the way, that lbdutchboy didn't coin Acolyte, because it's really good against those double 1/1s.
Yeah. But he gets a draw from the Loot Hoarder, and the first Wrath is being used, and, well, he can still play that Acolyte right now.
Indeed. And lbdutchboy is really playing fast. Just wants this game over with.
He's in Kiev. He wants to go to bed because tomorrow he needs to play again. So for people not knowing, he's playing in WESG. So,
yeah.
In Group A, I believe. So he's playing from Kiev, from Ukraine, and well, if he wins trio, he still has a perfect cheat. So if he wins this game, and
oh right,
wow.
Perfect boy.
Perfect boy. From now, if he wins, he's called Perfect Boy. I don't know him that well if he would like to be called Perfect Boy.
He would be okay with it.
Alright.
So he's ramping into that Arcane Giants, but Paladin has so many answers for it. Aldor, the equality, and this is a strange turn, I believe, from d3n0r.
Well, maybe he wants to bait out some removal.
You think so, but
you could just go Wild Pyromancer coin.
Yeah.
Then go Murloc Hero Power. Yeah.
It's okay. Swipe deals with it, but it doesn't really matter if this board dies. You just.
And lbdutchboy still has a board clear in hand with a Consecration Equality. Well, you first play Equality, of course, but yeah, swipe seems to be incoming.
You could also innervate the Drake or innervate the Giants. Might actually be better in 8/8 than a 4/4. Okay.
8/8 seems pretty good, but then there's that Elder Peacekeeper in the hand of lbdutchboy. Yeah, he's gonna play it very fast. Now it's a 1/8.
This game is starting to look really favored for lbdutchboy. d3n0r really needs to start picking up something.
Oh, and then Ancient of War. That's good. The question is, do you just want to Hero Power remove that Loot Hoarder, or do you want to buff the Azure Drake? Because if you buff it, it becomes way more awkward to remove with the weapon or with the Aldor.
So he's gonna use his nerfed Arcane Giants and clear the Loot Hoarder with that, making it, as you say, awkward for the Azure Drake to get clear. Ivory Knight, not the best pickups, but and he heals for a 5 though, so that's always nice.
That is definitely nice. So yeah, picks up Darkness card. Stand against Darkness. Well, there's not that much in his way, so.
No, nothing is standing. in LB Dutch Boy's way. At least not
But yeah,
not now, but maybe that Ancient of War can change something because
uproot? No.
no balls, no balls.
Uh,
But still, Denner's doing some damage at least. He's cashing in the damage. And this might bait out the equality.
Yeah, you could go.
And if Denner then finds a way to refill his hand and builds it up again with Power of the Wild, maybe a teacher or something, then he can get away with a win. But otherwise, I think it's looking really good for LB Dutch Boy.
You could also go for the Ragnaros Light Lord and just heal up for 8.
That's true.
And contest the board, but this clears the board. You're gonna put in some damage. I think this is the more safe play, but now you have only one board clear left. You
Oh, maybe he's thinking about just throwing away his minion. And,
yeah.
I think that would have been reasonable as well.
There were a lot of ways to deal with the situation, and yeah, he's making sure that he can play that Ragnaros Light Lord on an empty board. But there's the mulch.
And Innervate, not the best pickup here.
Oh. Pim would have said that's not the card he was looking for.
So Ragnaros. The thing is, if this gets mulched, then you still have Tyrion in your deck, and well, you usually don't play double mulch. So.
Well, so let's see what LB Dutch Boy picks up because of that mulch.
Deathwing. Yep.
Museum Curator. Yeah.
Into
well, you could into Deathwing.
Another choose over. So now he has to deal with that 8/8. He doesn't have an immediate answer for it, so you could look for a town from Museum Curator.
But yeah, that could be, and hope for a Barnes into Tyrion.
Oh yeah, that's all. Oh, Chilma.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's actually good because if the Arcane Giant trades with Chilma, then you get to bluegill it.
Yeah.
So Feral Rage doesn't clear the Chilma, so you need to trade here with the Arcane Giant. And maybe you play the Feral... No, you don't play the Feral Rage.
I think just hero power to the face, maybe?
It feels so bad. You're at 10 mana with 3 cards in hand and you're like, hero power to the face. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe he's hoping for Nourish, so he's gonna make it a little... Oh, he's going for the Panther here.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Wow, and then with that healing, that's... Forbidden Healing is gonna put LB Dutch Boy in a very safe place to win this game, to stall it out. He only has to stall it out, play his Murlocs, make sure they die, and then play 2 times any Venom in the game.
Indeed. Like, if Barnes can also summon Murloc War Leader, and which will even speed up the process from double anything. So,
there we
play
go.
the Barnes here. It's gonna be... A lot of minions are actually great here.
Ooh, and there's that Murloc. And
Yeah.
that's gonna buff into a great trade, and then you can use this, the True Silver as well.
And then just re-equip one.
Yep.
Or hero power. It doesn't really matter what he does at this point. And that Dinner's out is the Yogg. Actually, he's on the Yogg plan.
Yeah, that's the only thing that can keep him into this game. A crazy Yogg, but he finds an Ancient of War first.
Yeah, it stalls a bit, so that's actually good for him.
It makes us hope that there is gonna be a Yogg here, but there's Anyfin.
Anyfin number 1.
That helps clear.
And has that second Anyfin in hand, so...
Yeah, and that's gonna give him 5 more Murlocs, so that fills up the board. And even if he clears that War Leader, I don't think it's... Is it lethal yet if he plays the Anyfin? Because he's at 35 health. That's a lot of health.
No. I don't think so. He needs to...
Well, you could go for True Silver Champion, clear out the Violet Teacher with that and the Museum Curator, and then... Because there's only one card left in the hand of d3n0r, so...
Oh yeah, you might be afraid of Yogg. Just wiping your board then. Because if you go for anything, for example, now and you don't kill your opponent, and then your opponent plays Yogg, you might actually end up losing the game.
Yeah. Well, he's 2-0 ahead, so he can take the risk, but I think this is the safer play.
Yeah, indeed. It's a lot safer approach here.
And, well, he fills up his side of the board, so if there's a swipe pick up here by d3n0r, that's great. Finds a Nourish. Draws 3 cards. And there is Yogg, so...
It's time to praise.
Just play the Wild Growth to get more... get more spells in. So,
rat. Well, you can rat...
Well, the thing is, because the board now is full of 1/1s.
Oh yeah, he can't kill you.
He can't kill you, because if he plays anything, that would be ridiculous. But...
So... lbdutchboy knows that his opponent is on that Yogg plan, so...
Yep. So, here we go. Yogg incoming, ladies and
your
gentlemen.
turn again.
It's Yogg, it's the new Yogg, it's the nerfed Yogg, and can this Yogg be as good as his former self? That is the question. Well, we'll just have to wait, because it's nerfed again. Is he gonna look for that swipe? Because he has now 3 cards left in his deck.
He might be just charging up his Yogg fully. But I'm not sure how far that's smart. Feral range?
Oh yeah, he's definitely...
Another wild code just to get an extra Yogg. Oh, wow, he's really looking for a crazy Yogg turn.
Oh yeah, I think there's 1 swipe left in his deck. So you
could go for the Naturalize if he plays Tyrion later on.
I think he just wants to end with a blast. So if he wins or not, just play the Yogg, make it as big as possible, and
double innervate as well. So that's going to give a.
But there's a great way in the hand of lbdutchboy to clear everything. So whatever happens, that Yogg has to kill lbdutchboy, and I don't see any way he can do that.
It also has to. He also has to heal himself because anything is lethal.
Anything is lethal, yeah.
Anything.
Yeah, it is. Right. So right.
Wait, no hero power? Wait, he should or rat first.
Yeah, definitely rat first because you have these innervates also.
So use innervates, then you hero power.
And there we go. Here's the Yogg, ladies and gentlemen. Is this gonna be the end of the game? Is d3n0r gonna kill himself? Is he gonna heal himself? Is he gonna kill lbdutchboy? How many cards is he gonna draw? Here is the Yogg. It's a 7/5. He draws Demon Fire. Nothing happens. Well, he kills one of the 1/1s. Hunter's Mark on Yogg himself. Beneath the Grounds. Epic card. Best card in Hearthstone. There is Wrath on Yogg. No, of course not. It's on a 1/1 Shield Slam. Could be on the Yogg, and he kills the Yogg, and that means that the Yogg ends, and that, I think, is the end of the game.
Indeed. That's...
Oh, there's an ambush.
Does this stop lethal?
No, it does not. It's definitely lethal.
No. He can kill... Oh yeah, he can kill off his token.
So,
okay. Great.
Yeah, so we have Perfect Boy winning against d3n0r.
Indeed, Perfect Boy.